On to the latest on the constitutional crisis in Sri Lanka, and it's a big move towards easing the political tensions over there. President Maithripala Sirisena has reconvened the parliament on the 5th of November. This is a climb down by the president who put Sri Lanka to turmoil by sacking Ranil Wickremesinghe as the Prime Minister and naming former President Mahinda Rajapaksa in his place. November 5th is when the budget was to be presented before Sirisena announced Wickremesinghe's sacking and suspended Parliament until the 16th of November. On Wednesday, Sirisena met Speaker Karu Jayasuriya and gave an assurance that he may consider calling an early session of the Parliament. Former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has welcomed the President's latest move. He tweeted, and I quote, "The people's voices have been heard. Parliament will be reconvened on the 5th of November. Democracy will prevail," unquote. The international community is worried about political tensions sparking violence in Sri Lanka. The US, UK, Canada and Australia have issued travel advisories to their citizens. We have our correspondent Ashwin Hemat-Gama joining us with the latest on the situation in Sri Lanka. Ashwin, this latest climb down by the president will make sure that this turmoil, this crisis doesn't drag on for many more days. Now there's a clock set to the proceedings.
Yes, it seems so, because now earlier the president had prorogued the parliament for 11 days. From October 27th to November 16th. But due to the pressure from international community as well as from the growing pressure from domestic political parties and then again from the civil society movement, he had to listen to what people had to say, it seems. And now the parliament is scheduled to convene on 5th of November. So it might bring an end, an early end to entire crisis, with the political parties meeting, especially the Mahinda Rajapaksa's factor and Ranil Wickremesinghe's factors, meeting in the parliament and showing their strength. The majority required will be 113 seats, so they will have to prove it inside the parliament to continue. So this will entirely come to an end. That is what we expect.
Right, Ashwin Hemat-Gama, our correspondent, joining us live from Colombo. Ashwin, if I were to ask you, we're still about 4 days away from when Parliament reopens, and talk to us about the possibilities of a floor test being called on day one in the first session of Parliament, and in whose favour do you think that floor test would go, considering there's only about 4 days' time left for either of the parties to garner support? Right, I don't think we have Ashwin Hemat-Gama on the line anymore. We are looking into it. But meanwhile, we are tracking the latest developments in the political crisis in Sri Lanka. The President of Sri Lanka, Maithripala Sirisena, has made a climb down of sorts. He had originally stalled Parliament until the 16th of November. It was prorogued till the 16th of November. And now, after meeting the Speaker of the Parliament, Karu Jayasuriya, Maithripala Sirisena has agreed to reopen the Parliament on the 5th of November. That was the date on which the Sri Lankan budget for the upcoming year was supposed to be presented. But then the Parliament was prorogued till the 16th, and now it's opening on the 5th. So questions are on what's going to happen when it reopens. Will there be a floor test immediately? And if there is, who will win that floor test?